This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets, which is a study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading my book's commentary on today's lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some further thoughts on the lesson. Today's lesson is part of a 10-lesson group that runs from lesson 231 through lesson 240, each of which relates to the concept of salvation as used in the course. I'll be repeating this same introduction for each of lessons 231 through 240, so you can scan past this introduction in the future if you like. Timestamps taking you directly to today's Workbook Nugget commentary and my further comments are provided in the description below. In the section entitled, What is Salvation?, which precedes these 10 lessons, we are told that, quote, salvation is a promise made by God that you would find your way to Him at last. It cannot but be kept. It guarantees that time will have an end, and all the thoughts that have been born in time will end as well. End quote. Later in that same introduction, it says, quote, salvation is undoing in the sense that it does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus it lets illusions go, end quote. So salvation is waking from the illusion. As we are told in lesson 152 of the workbook, quote, salvation is the recognition that the truth is true and nothing else is true, end quote. So to be saved, all you need do is wake. And the workbook is showing us how. Recall that in your practice sessions, you are urged to seek the feelings and experiences beyond the words. That is how you wake from the illusion. That is how you find salvation. Just reading about it is not enough. Can reading about water quench your thirst? No. Only drinking the water can. Today's lesson from my book and my further thoughts follow. A link to the book on Amazon.com is provided below. Lesson number 240, August 28. Fear is not justified in any form. The central purpose of A Course in Miracles is one simple change of perspective. In fact, a change of perspective has become an accepted view among course students of what a miracle is. You are being taught to see from the perspective of the one self rather than your separate ego. From the perspective of the one self, there is nothing to fear. You are eternal, unchanging, a constant fount of joy and love, forever expanding outward. Only bodies and egos can suffer harm. But fear in any of its forms, from terror down to a mild annoyance, can be a useful learning tool. When you feel upset for any reason, realize that you have once again forgotten who you are. Be thankful for the learning opportunities. Our daily lives give us many. The title of today's lesson is Fear is Not Justified in Any Form. The prayer for today includes the sentence, quote, give us faith today to recognize your Son and set him free, end quote. In other words, help us to achieve salvation. Help us to wake from the illusion and recognize our true selves as your Son. As the eternal and sinless child of God, we cannot be harmed or changed in any way. As the lesson title tells us, fear is not justified in any form.